A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a striking move that has sent ripples through global markets, President Donald Trump has intensified trade tensions with China, insisting that the country must provide the United States with more magnets or face a staggering 200% tariff. This declaration comes despite a previously agreed-upon 90-day pause on increased tariffs, highlighting the unpredictable nature of U.S.-China trade relations. The stakes have never been higher as negotiations between the world's two largest economies loom on the horizon. Trump's comments, made to reporters earlier this week, underscore the ongoing trade dispute that has escalated in recent months. China, which controls a substantial 90% of the global magnet market, has become increasingly sensitive about its supply of rare earth elements. In April, Beijing added several rare earth items and magnets to its export restriction list, a retaliatory measure against the U.S. tariff hikes. These materials are critical for the manufacturing of semiconductor chips, which power a plethora of modern devices, including smartphones. The U.S. has recently taken significant steps in the semiconductor sector, announcing a 10% stake in Intel, one of the largest chip manufacturers globally. This move is seen as an effort to secure a foothold in the semiconductor industry, which heavily relies on rare earth materials. In July, data from the General Administration of Customs reported a surge in China's exports of rare earth minerals, with imports rising by over 4,700 tons compared to June. As tensions mount, the U.S. president's remarks come at a time when the tariff standoff seemed to show signs of easing. Earlier this month, Trump signed an executive order extending the 90-day deadline on tariffs against Chinese goods, allowing more time for negotiations. Without this order, tariffs would have skyrocketed to 145%. In May, the two nations had reached an agreement on a 30% tariff, down from a staggering 125%, which had initially been imposed. Meanwhile, the impact of these trade disputes is being felt beyond the U.S. and China. New Zealand's Postal Service announced the suspension of most deliveries to the United States, citing uncertainties over the impending tariffs set to take effect on August 29. Only essential documents will be delivered, reflecting the growing apprehensions surrounding international trade as tariffs loom. In a further twist, the UK has found itself blindsided by Trump's latest tariff announcements, which impose up to 25% tariffs on over 400 categories of British goods. This unexpected move has drawn sharp criticism from UK officials, with Conservative Shadow Trade Secretary Andrew Griffith accusing the government of failing to protect exporters. The tariffs affect a wide range of products, from everyday items like shampoo and children's high chairs to heavy machinery, such as motorcycles and diggers. Industry leaders in the UK have expressed alarm at the sudden changes, describing them as very damaging to British industry. JCB's chief executive, Graham MacDonald, whose firm exports £2 billion worth of machinery to the U.S., warned of chaos in American ports due to the backlog of imported goods. Similarly, Triumph, a well-known motorcycle manufacturer, expressed surprise at the tariffs, especially given the recent trade agreements that were expected to ease trade relations. The expanded tariff list, which now includes a diverse array of goods, has followed lobbying efforts from U.S. steel companies urging the government to prioritize domestic production. While UK officials maintain that they remain the only country to have avoided Trump's 50% metals tariff, they acknowledge that the timing of the latest announcement was unexpected and have pledged to work closely with Washington to protect vital jobs and provide industry with the security it needs. In the midst of these developments, Trump has taken to his Truth Social platform to tout new estimates from the Congressional Budget Office, suggesting that tariffs will reduce America's budget deficit by $4 trillion over the next decade. This claim, however, stands in stark contrast to the concerns voiced by industry leaders and trade experts who warn of the potential economic fallout from escalating tariffs. As the situation continues to evolve, the implications of these trade negotiations will undoubtedly have far-reaching consequences, not only for the U.S. and China, but also for global markets and economies. The world watches closely as the two superpowers navigate this complex web of tariffs, negotiations, and international relations, all while the stakes continue to rise. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, So hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.